Sheena and I'm back with another video. Today we will be talking about what to do or what I do when I notice that my hair is growing away from my locks. So this isn't an issue that I've dealt with a lot. I just noticed this over the last year, mainly because I've been stretching out my retwist. Normally I go no longer than 8 weeks without a retwist, and I've kept that schedule for probably at least the last 14 years. However, I've been stretching them out, and even though I am finger combing, separating throughout the week, I still have more hair than I would like that is growing away from my locks. So some of this may be due to the type of hair color I've been using. It may be a little too strong, but most of it is probably just due to how long I've been going without a retwist and my hair type. So what I've been doing is usually two different methods. Of course, you can do locksmithing. So to me, locksmithing or using the locksmith method is simply rolling along with your index finger and finishing it off with your thumb until you get the desired look. So you just want to hold the lock with one hand while you are sliding and rolling the extra hair into the lock. Of course, you can do palm rolling, but I do palm rolling when I retwist anyway, and I've noticed that those two methods are very temporary. So for a quick fix, maybe yes, but not for something that I'm going to do and then it's going to stay that way 2 days later. So the first method I naturally went to was braiding my hair, and I'm simply taking the loose hair, separating them into two sections. Your lock counts as one section, and I'm just braiding it down, and this ensures that it is going to be secure. However, I don't really care for the look of that, so if I'm doing the back of my hair, it's not that big of an issue. But if I'm doing the front of my hair, I don't want it to be like lock, 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 and then you see a braid pattern and then locks. So the next thing I did was look into using the crochet hook. And normally when I think of the crochet and locks, I think of instant locks or lock repair. So once I did like everyone else and Googled on YouTube how to use and got past all the instant locks, then I found some of the lock repair. And yes, I could have gone to a professional or taken a professional class,
but sis, that just wasn't in my budget.
So I did like everyone else and learned through YouTube. So I watched a few videos and I've tried it once or twice on a few locks, and I was pleased with it enough that I will continue doing that. So yeah, today we will go over how I did it, what it's like to do it as a beginner in case anyone else is having this issue. And I'm probably doing it wrong, but like I said, I am pleased with the results, and hopefully I will get better over time. So yeah, let's get started. So here are the crochet hooks and how they come when I ordered them from Amazon. They came with 3 and the single crochet hook in size 0.7 and 0.5. I am using 0.5. So here I am trying. I've done a few already for practice. So what is the purpose of the crochet hook, or how does it work? You're pretty much, or the goal is to gather the hair and place it inside the middle of the lock. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to gather my lock, the excess hair, wrap it around my lock, do one little twist of the lock. I'm going to place the crochet hook inside. Once I push the crochet hook through one side of the lock, I'm not trying to push it past the opposite side. The goal is to take the hair from outside inside. And so to do that, you want to make sure that you are also turning the lock as you make your in and out, in and out, in and out movements. I am a beginner, so I'm literally going in and out a few times and turning the lock. And there we are. I am very pleased with it. Once I get done, I will kind of do a little spot check just to see if that hair is really inside or is it kind of just wrapped around. And sometimes when I check, it does come out a little bit, or I didn't go down the length of the lock far enough. So I'm going to do it again. And keep in mind, I am not doing an actual retwist to my roots. I'm simply trying to get the extra hair growing outside of my locks inside the locks. So I'm not concerned with how tight my roots are looking. Now, like I said in the video earlier, I'm probably doing this wrong. However, I happen to be pleased with the results, but I will link a professional that teaches you how to crochet correctly. I will provide his link, and thinking probably on his website, he probably has like some referrals as people that offer those services. Back to the crochet. So I'm trying to glide the crochet hook in between my two fingers, my second and third fingers, and my thumb, and making sure that that hook does not come out on the other side, as well as twisting and turning. So I mentioned earlier in the video why I believe I have some breakage at the roots. But another reason that I did not mention is early on I did have a lock that was thinning. It was thinning very badly, and I got the bright idea that I would just interlock, to make the root stronger. Well, don't you know that lock just broke off? So here I am with spaces for 2 locks, but I only have 1. So naturally that hair appears like it's growing away from the root, but it isn't. It's just missing the lock. So once that hair was able to grow out a little longer, I braided that hair to the other lock, and that was how I originally dealt with extra hair near the lock, or what appears to be hair growing away from the lock. Another reason you can have hair growing away from the lock is probably from popping your locks. So I know a lot of people are big on parting, and there is a gentle way to separate your locks when it comes to parting. Now, also, not caring at all about parts can probably cause a little bit of breakage, because you're not really guiding your excess hair or new growth where to go, and things can get tangled up, and sometimes people get frustrated and they can just break their locks apart. So if you're constantly popping your locks, then that can cause those roots to go to different locks, or it can just cause those roots not to grow in the direction they were intended to go. What's another way your hair can grow away from your locks? Sometimes it can just simply be your hair type. Your hair type may be prone to grow a certain way, and I truly believe you have to figure out what is the best maintenance schedule for your hair to figure out what it needs. Everyone's hair is not the same, so we definitely can't do a one size fit all. I hope this video was helpful. I hope to get a little better at this. I hope to maybe afford to take the class one day. But yeah, this is the method that I am doing right now to deal with extra hair or hair growing away from my locks. As always, take care.